Hi guys, welcome back. This is the Ghost Squad. Joining me today we have Sniper and Binson, who are also two members of the Ghost Squad, and you'll see me run about with this machete to see how OP this weapon actually is, and then we're going to pack a punch it in a wee bit just to see how OP it becomes then. Now, if you did watch our video yesterday and you did like and subscribe, fantastic, you guys are legends. But if you didn't, and then you see the video today, why not just hit that like button? You don't even have to subscribe if you don't want to, but let's face facts, a little help here goes a long way. So up first was the challenges fixed. Guerrilla warfare now tracks kills from any picked up weapon instead of only from the player you've actually killed. So that does make it a lot easier for you guys if you are picking up an enemy weapon and just try to chase after that one individual person. In all fairness, it's not something I would do. If you've watched some of my gameplay for multiplayer, you would understand why, because I would spend more time running around the map looking at the walls than I would actually being able to kill anyone. But hey, that is just that. Next up was Helping Hand, now properly tracks spy plane assist score. Now obviously with this, I did achieve this yesterday before the update came out, so on mine it was obviously working okay, which for a change is actually good, because everything else is usually broken. Now, obviously with that, League Play did have a problem with the broken ladder syndrome, or system, and what it did now do is it means that they can actually change you. If you are playing one more lobby or one more match, you will actually be put into a functional ladder system, and it obviously means that you can obviously progress and keep going with what you're doing and how well you're doing. Zombies, Outbreak stability fixes. Now the only problem I had with Outbreak was a couple of days ago when they actually had serious texture tearing and missing textures, but since then it seems to have been rectified anyway, so I'm not really sure what the stability fixes were. I've not came across anything. I know the people who are playing online with people, their friends from all over the world and that, do have some issues with connectivity and that, but hopefully that has fixed it for them. Now, one of the objectives was if when you're running about with the canisters trying to get them back to point A, if you had a canister and you did leave the co-op version, then what would happen is the game wouldn't run and it would stop working properly. Now they've obviously patched this and fixed this, so it means if you are one of those people who decide to bail out at the last minute, or you have to go get your dinner, you don't have to worry now, so your friends will still be able to continue the mission and obviously get the points that they deserve. One of the general fixes yesterday was it resolved an issue that caused graphic corruption while players had upgraded frenzy field upgrades going. Now obviously I haven't experienced this myself, but it did cause a lot of problems and there was a lot of people complaining about this, so they've now fixed this as well. And guys, in all fairness, they have fixed quite a lot very quickly. Let's see if they continue to do this, and moving on, let's see what we've got next. Now obviously what was leaked last night was Montezuma's Curse. It's a new bullfrog skin coming out. I think it's coming out in March sometime, and it does look quite good. Obviously I can't show any pictures of it here because, well, let's face facts, we don't want the channel getting struck off before it even starts. And to be honest with you, am I going to get this one? Probably not. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people might buy it. I don't really use the bullfrog a lot. I do use it sometimes in zombies, and if I'm really bored on multiplayer and I'm just trying to spice it up, I will put it on to the stage where I die about 6,000 times and then turn it back off again. Now obviously, I have a question for all the CoD fans out there. Now obviously we've had remastered maps, right? And obviously everybody's got to pick their favourite map and everything else. But here's my point, right? What map would you like to see remastered this year? What map of Treyarch would you like to say, right, okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to remaster this map, right? And the next point I have is, does anybody have any ideas that they could actually do to make the maps better? Right, now don't get me wrong, Alpine, Gorora, everything else on the Outbreak modes, I love the maps, right? I know it was the fire team maps. We were talking last night obviously about putting Sanatorium. If we could get Sanatorium in, how good would that be? I don't know if that's maybe just too big, but we'll need to wait and see. It might happen. Now obviously, if you want to leave a comment down below, we will try and respond as quickly as possible. But if not, if you just want to think about it, have a think about what maps you would love to see, and if not, what you would do to the maps to make them a bit different and a bit more old style. Now the first bit of Ubisoft news we have today, in the Division 2 Season 4 comes to an end, and what are they doing? Well, they're recycling old seasons under the guise of giving you a chance to get gear you might have missed. But here's my point. Now, if I remember playing the Division 1 properly, is that every time they done a new season or they done new things, what would happen is the gear would get better. So why would you go back and get something that wasn't as good? Now, this doesn't seem to strike me as timing. Now, is it maybe because they're struggling, or maybe do they have a new patch coming soon, or a new update coming soon, and they're just trying to kind of, give themselves time just to worm out all the quirks and all the problems with it, tweak it as much as possible? I'm not 100% sure, but it does seem like it's a bit almost going backwards to then just try and release a game, release back seasons that they've already done for people. Now, what happens for the people who have already unlocked all the gear they can get? Are they just going to have to sit and wait? Because in my personal opinion, that's how you lose players in a game. But again, like I said, it is my personal opinion. I'm not 100% sure what they're doing, and to be honest with you, it's just one of those things. We'll have to wait and see what they're going to do next. Now, some good news today for the Watch Dogs Legion fans. Obviously, the multiplayer will be releasing today, and it's going to bring out a fix that patches in some of the missing masks, which obviously you guys have been looking to get and work out where they are and what's happening. They're actually fixing that as of today. Bit of bad news for PC players though, as they have now put a delay on the PC multiplayer indefinitely. And it was supposedly rumoured that because they've got no serious competition at the moment, they're going to work on it a bit more before they push it out. Which makes me think if Grand Theft Auto 6 had all of a sudden popped up and went, oh right, we're releasing this news and that news and we're going to release this, or this is coming out for Grand Theft Auto 5, would they have pushed for it a bit harder to get it out? Well, I think they probably would have, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Now we have up next the boys over at Microsoft, who have now managed to complete the acquisition of ZeniMax, which also includes Bethesda, after the $7.5 billion deal was put on hold by the EC and SEC. Now, obviously what that means is the European Commission wanted to make sure what was going on, there was nothing unlawful going on, and the SEC is obviously an agency to prevent market manipulation. Now, like I said, this deal did come in at $7.5 billion and has one of the biggest entertainment deals for a long time, or maybe ever, in all fairness. $7.5 billion is a massive amount of money. Now, obviously, Microsoft have said or stated that they will not be doing anything to Bethesda until such times as they have got this, all sorted and ready to go. Obviously, with that said and done, we can be expecting to hear something in the coming days, weeks and months of what is going to come next for Bethesda and ZeniMax. Now, up next, what we have is Dr. Witnesser, banned from Twitch and Twitter. Now, he has threatened Twitch with a lawsuit for religious discrimination. And now you may be wondering, well, what did he get banned for? Well, let me tell you. He does play games such as Fortnite and everything else, and what he's been doing is these kids who are coming in at night or in the afternoon or whenever they want to do it, and they're sitting watching him, maybe they just want to get some downtime, they maybe had a hard day at school, maybe a hard life, do you know what I mean? Let's face facts, life isn't easy for any of us, and some people are having a harder life, right? He's telling them basically if it doesn't follow his religion, then these children are going to go to hell. Now, in my personal opinion, anyone who can threaten a child with hell needs a good swift kick to the nuts, and that's just, how I see it. In all fairness, you look after the children, you don't lie to the children, and now, what is my religious beliefs? Well, let me tell you, it doesn't make a difference, because my beliefs are my beliefs. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that if you don't believe in what I believe in, your mum's going to turn into a fish, and your dad's going to start eating squirrels. This guy, on the other hand, decided it was a great idea to threaten children with the idea of hell, and I don't think it's, a good thing to do. He obviously doesn't think it's a good thing to do, but yet he still went ahead and done it, and now he's threatening a lawsuit for religious discrimination. Personally, I don't think there's any discrimination there. I think he should have been taken outside and smacked with a brush handle until he realised the error of his ways. So guys, that's the end of the news for today, but before we run out of time here, we're just going to have a quick look at what's happening here. So obviously I do have the machete pack-a-punched. I went through a couple of levels in this single map, and it is pretty much just slicing and dicing everyone. Now, you will see in a minute when I do go up against a mangler, the damage it does to him is actually pretty impressive, apart from the fact that I see this dog get set on fire, run away and hide behind a sign. This is one thing what we, There we go, one jab, we're going back in for the second one, and a third one, and that's him the second time. Now he's taking off again. Now, this is the thing, look at these zombies here, and I thought, yeah, I'm not going to manage this. We C4 trick, there we go, get in my belly, and he would keep going. Now obviously, like I did say guys, if you did subscribe, or you have subscribed already, you are absolute legends and we love you to bits. If you haven't yet, why not join us? And if you fancy it, why not join us over on Twitter as well? We'll see what news we can bring you over there. And if not, let's face facts, some of the things I can put on Twitter will just amaze you. Now here we go down here, because basically I thought I was, you know, William Wallace, and turns out I wasn't. I was more like his saggy titted sister. And we're lying down, we get up, and that's it. So that's pretty much what we've got today. Now you will see this as it continues on. We're just about to flash forward to the end, where me, Sniper and Benson have completed the first round, and we've done this in about 26 minutes, generally because I was faffing about with the machete, and Benson was, well, I think he was pretty much just laughing at the fact that I was actually running about with the machete. Anyway guys, as always, I will say thank you very much for watching. If you've made it to the end of the video, give yourself a pat in the back. Always never pat anybody else, you don't know who's got Rona. And if you feel like it, like I said, like, subscribe, turn on the notifications. And if you want to join us over on Twitter, we'll definitely be back, hopefully tomorrow, with some fantastic news. And let's face facts, it can't be much more crap than what we've done in the last couple of days. Anyway guys, thank you very much, you have been legends, goodbye.